Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to your June monthly reading. And wow, what a great month we're going to have here, because we are entering the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere and the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. So we're going to be playing a little game of hot and cold, if you ever did that as a child, where you are, hide something, and as you get closer to it, you're hotter, warmer, and then also, cold, you're getting cold as you get further away from it. So we're going to be asking Spirit a couple of things, like, what are you fiery, red hot on target with? What does Spirit want you to know that you are at your higher vibration? And then what are you icy blue cold about? What is unseen? Maybe what are you having some lower love vibration that you have an opportunity, if you want to raise that for a higher experience? There's no right, there's no wrong, there's just experience here. So it's not meant as going, pointing fingers. It's strictly what we're asking Spirit. What is unseen that could help me have a higher experience if I choose to accept that mission? Also, Mercury is fully direct now, so it's a great time to launch new things. Whereas before we were like revisiting things, revising things, maybe even planning things, but now is the time to launch. So excited for this as well. Of course, I have readings for each individual zodiac sign. If you want to check out like different areas of your life too, I'm going to pop up a little screen here. And this chart shows each of the planets and what part of our life they rule over. So if you know the zodiac sign for each of your planets in your birth chart, you can, look at and watch the video for that particular sign. If you don't know your sign, you can always get a birth chart for free online. There's a lot that are offered out there. I personally use astro.com. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but just a great group of people that offer it for free. So you can check that out as well. It's like looking out of a house, right? There's all these different windows, and you have the front yard view, the backyard view, the side views, the second story, third story views. And that's what all of these different planets give us, different aspects, different viewpoints, so we can get a clearer picture of our lives. So if you want to check those out, you can do that, but I'm going to jump in to your reading for this sun sign and any other planets right now. All right, Aquarius, this is your monthly reading for the month of June, and we're going to go about this a little differently. I'm going to try a new format, so be sure to let me know how you like it, or if you prefer something else, in the description box down below. So as I mentioned, we're going to go about this with a, red hot, blue, cold, type of approach. And we're going to start with the general overall energies for the month. And we're going to start with the cold on where the Spirit and Creator feel like you can have this lower vibrational love energy, an opportunity to increase it and move it to a higher vibration. Never any pressure, of course, but it's just information in case it's something that we do want to do and have a different experience. So we're going to start off with the wild unknown archetype to identify what area we might be having some lower vibrational energy in. And that is where we'll begin. So for Aquarius, for all Aquarius, all right, nope, not that much, right? Let's take a look here. All right, okay, it is this one right here. And we have the Sustainer, dun dun dun. So put that there. And we'll put that in the middle-ish here. And let's take a look. So that is 24 in Roman numerals. There we go. So the Sustainer is the peacemaker, the upholder, the preserver. So the Sustainer, which is the second archetype in the trio of existence, works behind the scenes, tending to the tasks of life. They cultivate gardens, pay bills, keep the meals warm, and the mouths sweetly fed. The Sustainer is at peace in the process of life, knowing there is no start or finish to humble yet meaningful tasks. They have a natural inclination to nourish others, to archive, to preserve Earth's resources, to consider environmental impact, to see their role in the divine cycle of life. It's common for the sustainer to become overworked, leading to resentment, and their tasks aren't glamorous, and therefore the sustainer rarely receives the credit or attention. So the sustainer longs to hold things in place so badly, especially relationships, that they resist necessary change. Take time with this archetype. It is within us all, and it needs our love. Sounds like it, right? It also says, contemplate what truly sustains you. Make a list. Notice how simple yet powerful those things are, and spend some time tending them. It also says that take note of the difference between maintaining and sustaining. Which action describes your life more accurately? Ooh. Because when you're in the higher vibration of this energy, you're abundant, you are generous, you're supportive, you're reliable. But when we're in the lower vibration, which is what we're talking about, right? We can be overworked, resentful, trapped, and tired. To go deeper into this energy, you can look into Lakshmi, L-A-K-S-H-M-I. Apologies if I have murdered these pronunciations. Vishnu and Demeter. So I like this here. So the vibration is we could be overworking ourselves, right? And definitely it's very Aquarian energy, trying to help save the world and transform the world. We can get so busy, right, that we just want to do too much, and then our energy gets lower and we get resentful and exhausted. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Also, what I do each month, I usually take one tarot deck. I'm using two for this reading. I'm using the Dark Tarot and then also the Naked Heart Tarot. The Dark Tarot, I split out the major arcana from both, and these represent the overall energies. And then we'll talk about the minor arcana when we get into those in a moment. But this represents the overall energy. So we're going to dive a little deeper and just see what else they want you to know here. About the lower vibration energy before we jump into the higher, and see what you're already knocking out of the ballpark and what you can use to help transform this energy. Let me just mix these up a little bit here more. All right, I think that's good. So for Aquarius, what else would you like them to know here? Okay, they do want this one right here. And, I noticed that there's like some peeling pieces off of here, and I was going to correct these on, use like a Sharpie and clean them all off, and so it wouldn't be noticeable. But Spirit had told me with these cards not to do that, because the whole thing is with these shadow cards is that underneath all shadow is still light, and that's why they wanted me to leave that there. So I like it. Yeah, you have the Empress. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, taking care of you and your birthing. So definitely that shows here that there is this opportunity for us to care for ourselves and not to sacrifice our health and our well-being for others, because the greatest gift that you can give the world is a healthy, full, overflowing you, right? So I like that. And then we're going to look into the higher love vibration energy, the medicine that can also help with that. And this has to do with things that you already master in a way that you are vibrating at a higher love vibration. But let's see here. What can help Aquarius here? Okay, they do want this one right here. And you've got the Divine Feminine. So here's the Empress energy coming in again. Taking care. So, and then Moon energy and Black Moonstone. Card number 10. So definitely endings and new beginnings. And let's take a look here and see what this brings in for you too. So So if you attracted this card today is an invitation to open to your divine feminine essence at a deeper level. Both women and men hold within them the energy of the feminine, and you're currently entering into a stage where this powerful energy will assist you in your world and current situation. Yep. The energy of the feminine has many masks and facets, and when we can honor and welcome this energy into our lives, we will open to a depth like never before. The divine feminine is about surrender, receiving, nurturing, like we talked about, love, mystery, vulnerability, power, flow, tenderness, empathy, and sensuality. And when connecting to this potent energy, we're able to stand strong in our all-knowing and encompassing strength. We will also know when to soften and surrender to the power of vulnerability and understand the dance between the two. Feminine energy allows us to connect deeply to our intuition and the profound wisdom of our soul. It allows us to sit in our raw emotions, in our shadow, and birth deep awareness and healing, which we had the pregnant empress. Are you scared of intimacy? Are you struggling to own your own power? Do you run from your feeling and emotions? Whatever is currently happening in your life, you're being invited to connect deeply to the divine feminine energy that is within. It's time to surrender control and allow this powerful essence to align and inspire your being. Just by simply acknowledging the presence of this divinity within, you will invoke the power of your feminine. It's time to shine in all your glory, to open and receive the gifts this medicine has to offer. Yeah, so definitely divine feminine energy here for the nurturing of ourselves, because obviously we're vibrating at a lower vibrational energy within us. We're exhausting ourselves. We're working too hard, right? Time for a break. And then the moon here is the medicine. And the moon, which was formed 4.6 billion years ago, has a huge influence over us and our planet, including the power to control the tides of all the bodies of water. The element of water is deeply connected to our emotions, and in turn, the moon has a huge pull over our emotional state of being. The energy of a full moon can be particularly potent because of its huge electromagnetic pull upon the Earth, which charges everything up, even us. Humans' behavior seem to be amplified at the time of the full moon. And the moon can represent the medicine of cycles as it ebbs and flows from full to dark and everything in between. In ancient times, people would look to the moon for understanding about the phases of the year. The calendar system was created from this understanding. The moon holds the power of the divine feminine energy at its rawest and most pure form. She holds the secrets of the unknown, and her magic has been invoked in rituals and ceremonies for thousands of years. We have a deep connection to this incredibly powerful source, and it's now your time to shine like the moon in all your feminine glory. And the black moonstone is the companion crystal to help, and it connects us to the divine feminine. It helps us surrender to the mysteries of our soul, and it also assists us to feel strong in the face of vulnerability. So like this energy was so perfect for what we were talking about. And then we, of course, will also pull here from the Naked Heart Tarot, sorry, and see what else they want to add in here around connecting to the divine feminine. So, because this popped up here, this is saying that this is something you do already very well. I know, like the moon, I have a water moon. I'm Aquarius Sun. Hey, fellow Aquarians, but I have a Pisces moon. So I know I'm impacted by the moon. I actually track it. And I like this divine feminine energy because it means all of us are connecting into the divine feminine side, but we can use it to help us with, nurture ourselves too. So let's see what else they want to add in here. What else are you knocking out of the ballpark here? Ooh, all right. So you do get 2. Yep, you have the Fool card, which is about stepping into new adventures without expectations. So I really like this. In fact, the Fool is ruled by Uranus, which is what rules over Aquarius. So this is very much a card of Aquarian energy about a new start, this new, without all the old rules, new fresh start. So it's like this new adventure, ending of old cycles, beginning of new. This is the new cycle, a new adventure coming in here. Yep, and then the Justice card, balance. That's what they want to say here, is that we have the ability to balance air sign energy here with the Ace of Swords in here. And we're able to balance things from a higher perspective and cut away fears. So we tend to overwork ourselves when we have fears of outcomes and fears that things aren't going to turn out if we don't exhaust ourselves. But it's about building trust, right, with the Creator and trusting the path. So I like this so far, what we have coming in here. And then next, what we're going to go into is the four corners, the four different directions, like on a compass. And whether you're in the southern hemisphere or the northern hemisphere, it can change things up a little bit. I'm going to start off where this is the south and this is the north. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, the reversal might work out. And actually for either one of you, whether you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere, you can see if it what resonates more, because this is going to be your spirit world and this is going to be your physical world. And then we'll talk about east and west here in a moment. But we're going to start here. Over here is the direction of south. It is the element of fire and the suit of wands. And so, like I said, it's the spirit world. It's your spiritual energy. It's your attention. It's your ambition, your focus, your intention. It's where you are investing your energy. It's your energy in action. And where we'll talk about career and job down here, this is about your life purpose. What ignites you to feel like you're living instead of existing? So let's take a look. We're going to start off with the heat and see what are you already knocking out of the ballpark again. All right, they do want this one right here. So let's take a look here. And you've got the Seven of Wands. So I like the Seven of Wands coming in here because there is this wonderful energy of being seen, standing up on a hill, not feeling like you have to become defensive when other people don't like that you're shining and standing out. So I like this for you here. Let me see here. Sorry, it looks like it got dark here. Let me just do the exposure. All right, not sure why it had dimmed there, but it probably had to do with standing on the hill here and shining bright, and that you have learned not to become defensive when other people are like, hey, come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us. But we instead overcome and we realize, misery loves company, but so does joy, and joy has greater parties. So I like this strength coming in here of not becoming defensive, of not, it's a strength here, especially if we wear ourselves out. Eventually, we can come in here into our energy and manage our energy. So it is a strength already that you have. And we'll, of course, take a look here and see what area in our energy is at a lower vibrational level that we could actually increase our vibration. So let's take a look here and see for Aquarius. All right. Yeah, so we do have the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands does represent, of course, a change. The number 5 is a card of change, and it's moving our energies from something that's fearful into something that is friendly. So definitely At the core that's wearing us out, we have these fears of letting people down, fears of conflict, fears of what people will think, and so there is this transformation. There's this opportunity to revisit some things, and it might even just be subconscious where we don't realize that we're wearing ourselves out trying to please people and not let people down, right? So we can probably all relate to that. But there is this transformation. We have the ability here not to get offended when people speak up and try to poke the bear or poke the bubble, right? So this is a good combination that's coming in here. We're also going to pull an oracle card for each of the different corners, because it is advice, it is awareness from spirit on the situation and what else they'd like us to know. So for this one, for the fire, we're going to use the Cosmic Journey Oracle and just see what else they would like all of you to know, Aquarius. All right, this is the one right here. And we have wanted universe creators. I like it. You're wanted, alive. It has cells, organs, bodies, species, planet, solar system, galaxy. I like it. Card number 31. We'll put that just right here. And let's see what this brings in for you. These are usually pretty funny. So it says, life simply wants more life, and creation wants more creation. The important thing here is not how many followers you have or how many people look up to you, but how many other leaders you create. If you make people smaller, they will only diminish in their abilities and lose courage for doing what matters. But by growing and combining with others, you grow, like Russian nesting dolls, in which the whole of the first is holographically contained in the next. The universe is always waiting to see who gains the consciousness necessary to get assigned higher and higher expanded duties in the cosmos. I like it. These come with a cosmic question which says, how is the universe showing me the natural structure to grow? And a little cosmic checkbox, which is something you can do if it resonates. It says, brainstorm or sketch an impactful idea that will continue growing without your direct input once it is set in motion. Ooh, very interesting. I like the energy here, though, because, the Seven of Wands tells us, too, that if we go about this, people will, try to tear us down when they feel low about themselves, and when we don't get defensive about it, but we can actually put a hand down and help them up. That's like what this is talking about here. Using this energy, not worrying about the fear of letting them down, not having people abandon us as followers or whatever it is. That's like on a YouTube channel, that's the fear, right? What if I lose all my followers? Well, I guess you'll go do something else. But it's becoming a leader and creating leaders, not a bunch of followers, right? So I like this energy coming in. And then, of course, like we said, we're going to move into the Earth world down here, and this is the north position, Earth. It's the suit of Pentacles, which the physical world includes like your body, your money, your abundance, your job, your career, your outside world, and like your physical actions. So all this in the outside world. So again, we're going to take a look here and see, what are you rocking in the outside world right now that Spirit wants you to be aware of. All right. And you have the Innocence of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. So this is about rearranging and seeing your worth in a different way in relationship to the outside world. It is about creating new opportunities in the outside world because of the confidence in who you are. So you do have this inner strength because you've discovered with your connection to the spirit world who you are, this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being who's made of unconditional love. And it brings in some great, great awareness. And then it allows you to go into opportunities you normally wouldn't have gone into if you felt lower about yourself, right? So because you have confidence, not arrogance, there's a difference here with this energy. Confidence says, I know what I'm capable of doing. Arrogance says, I do it better than everyone else. All right, so let's take a look here again and see what lower vibrational energy in the outside world can we be aware of. And we've got the Six of Spheres, the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles, it does speak to this awareness of equal giving and receiving. There can be some underlying belief systems that are very, very at the root of our being, usually created by our little child self, 7 years old and younger, where we have an out of balance giving and receiving, where we feel we have to give like 1,000 love coins in order to receive 1 love coin back. And that's created by that earlier years, 7 years old and younger, when there was someone we had to do extreme things for to get their attention and love that mattered to us, and then we got just a little bit back. And so as children, we don't know any better, and so we have this out of balance, like I said, 1,000 love coins to 1. It seeps down into our subconscious, and it impacts our school, our work, our relationships, our friendships, everything, until we consciously bring it back up. So this is saying that there is these beliefs that are bouncing around still beneath the surface, and they impact us, because even though in our mind, with us developing our self-worth, we might be like, yeah, I want to receive, I want to feel love and money and promotion and abundance and all that stuff, right? But if it hasn't been dealt with, it's all down in the basement still in our subconscious. And our little child self is the one in charge of the forest field keyboard that, they're hatch marking, keeping track of how many love coins we've given. And they're like, well, you've only given 700. You still need to give 300 more before you deserve 1. And so while they see that we haven't met that criteria yet, they have these force fields up, keeping love and abundance and all this different stuff away. But once we go in here and we face that by bringing that from the subconscious to the conscious, where we think about it and go, who is it when you were younger that you had to overgive to? Parents are usually the suspects, right? They're always overworking, and they're having children, they're trying to keep food on the table and a home and this and that and all this stuff, and they don't have a whole lot of extra time. But it could be grandparents, it could be coaches, it could be teachers, it could be anyone. But you will know, because you'll think about it and it's going to click. And then that 1,000 love coin area has a little edit button that appears, and you can go in there, edit it, and you're able to back over that and remove the zeros and hit save, which brings it down to 1 to 1 instead of 1 to 1,000. And then that just seeps back into the subconscious, and it opens up the floodgates, because the little child self removes those force fields. So this has to do, again, with the over-giving and the over-exhausting ourselves, because that's part of a codependent relationship that kicks in, right? There's this, you give and give and give until you're exhausted, and then you give and give and give until you're resentful. And that's what happens, because we feel like I'm having to give too much to receive too little. But this heals that, this transforms it. So I like it. And then we're going to pull here from the Earth Magic Oracle. And let's take a look and see what other advice they have here. All right, it's this card here. And we got love and compassion. So perfect here. We're just going to put this down here. And let's see what this brings in here. So we've got love, 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 love. So in this beautiful image, we see hands reaching towards each other through a heart. The green field surrounding them is the color of the fourth or heart chakra. It's when we feel love in our heart center that we not only naturally emit the healing energy of compassion, but we also attract love and compassion. Studies by the Heart Math Institute reveal that the electrical signals from the heart are up to 60 times stronger than the brain's, and the magnetic field is as much as 5,000 times more powerful. It's a given that our thinking patterns affect our feelings and in turn our reality. What we put out, whether it's love, fear, empathy, sadness, and so forth, contains an incredible amount of power to shape and influence our reality. When the focus of our attention and intention is love and compassion, we recognize no separation between self and other. So really connecting to the love that we are, this is what this Ace of Pentacles allows us to do, is remember that we are powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings made of unconditional love. So we realize we've got everything we need within us as well, right? But I feel like this is also us reaching in through our heart to our child self and giving it the love. It goes on to say that all wounds stem from the illusion of separation from Source and all of creation. The route to healing this wound is through cultivating love and compassion for every being on this planet, including yourself. Not a bland standard of unquestioned acceptance, but a heartfelt sense of profound relatedness to whatever you perceive as apart from yourself. True compassion requires not only the feeling of warmth that emanates when you are in touch with your heart center, but in acts of kindness, even if this simply means being a fully attentive listener. Respect the fact that your heart is a giver, putting out electrical energy, and a receiver, drawing in magnetic energy. These energies are best sensed by attending to the steady flow of your breathing while also noticing your heart area. Righteousness, fear, anger, and judgment are some common ways to block your natural desire to love. Forgiveness is not only in letting go of judgment, but also seeing through the illusion that you and all that is are separate. Look about you and inside of you and do your best to love whatever you see. Yeah, the giving and receiving of love definitely coming in here. I love this for us. I will leave that there. And then we move into your element. We're moving into the east over here, which is the air element, which is you're an air sign, and it's the Suit of Swords. So it's the mental world, right? It's our mind, our thoughts, our beliefs, the stories that we choose to put in each moment. And it can be higher education too, or education. So let's take a look here and see where you are rocking the mental world, which is your realm. So let's take a look here and see. What do you have for Aqua? All right, here we go. And you have the Innocence of Swords. So Page of Swords, new ways of thinking, new ways of looking at things, right? And so this is a great strength because you're connecting with the Ace of Swords here to the capital T truths of the higher realm, seeing things from a different perspective, which is so Aquarian, right? It's the old ways of thinking no longer work for us, and so we are moving forward into new ways of thinking. So that is definitely a strength of Aquarians. That's the Aquarian age and what's going on in the world. And then let's take a look here and see where in our mental world our vibration could use a little uplift, right? Where's it running low? Okay, I do want that one right here. And we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is the quest for higher truth. And what this is telling me is that, you know, there's sometimes we feel like, okay, I've got it. I've got all the information I need. I don't need to seek any more knowledge. I've got it all, right? Not that we might think we're know-it-alls, but it's just like we've become comfortable with the new information. And we're like, no, this is enough. I'm okay. But this is like, no, there's so much more you have access to. And I like that. I like this revelation, this higher truth about worth and about what's going on below the surface that sets you free. So you do definitely have the ability to transform the way of thinking, that is wearing us out, that is making us exhausted. We're also going to pull from the numerology guidance cards here, and let's see what else they have to add here regarding this. What truth are we not seeing that could help us here? Well, we've got a rebirth here with card number 16. So we got that coming in here. We'll put that right here. And let's see what this brings here for us. So this card indicates a time of major transition and transformation that will result in significant personal growth. By drawing this card, you've entered a period of spiritual awakening and rebirth, where you have the opportunity to align with your higher self and the overarching principles that guide you. This is where you surrender to the changes around you and prepare to be the best you can be. You're being encouraged to trust and believe that a magical future awaits. But first, you need to let go of the old in order to experience the new. Take time to reevaluate your core values and re-examine your life, then eliminate any superficial foundations that don't align with your higher self and your dreams. This is a time to recognize and rise above any ego-based thoughts and behaviors, for humility and authenticity are the keys to success. So in order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are leading you toward a higher level of understanding and awareness. And this transformation is inevitable, so know that this is a very exciting time, for you're about to become the best that you can be. And the affirmation for this card: through personal transformation, I reach my greatest potential. And that goes in so much here into this questioning those beliefs and thoughts about lovability and abundance and the extreme amount of things that you have to do. We are taught that you have to overdo things in order to, be successful, right? We're taught you have to work 80 hours a week in order to, do very well, right? So I like this clarity that's coming in and this freedom that is coming in with that as well. And then we move to the final position, which is West. It is the element of water and the suit of cups. And of course, this is the emotional world, the heart world. So it's all about the emotions and love and relationships. So let's take a look here and see, where are you rocking it, Aquarius? Where are you rocking it in the realm of the heart? All right, that is the one there. We have the Five of Cups. So really realizing your power of emotional choice, and that there are some old emotions here. Again, you have the ability and the knowledge to be able to transform and change the way that we were thinking here. The Two of Cups that are left over after the Three Cups have spilt teach us that each moment is either of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. And we're the ones that get to choose. What emotion do I want to feel in the moment? Neither is right, neither is wrong. They just bring us different experiences. One, like we were talking about, makes us feel limited and small and powerless. And we get to feel all those emotions related to fear. The other, we get to feel expansive, powerful, supernatural, right? Limitless, and all those emotions regarding unconditional love. So we get to stand in that, and I like that we're able to. This is showing that we have the capacity and the ability to do it, and that helps us with that transformation of those other lower emotions that are about sacrifice and overdoing things, right, to get very little back. So let's take a look here and see what in our emotions we have an opportunity to raise our vibration here. Okay, I feel like they want this one right here. And we have the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment card. So what is the dream? Do we feel like we're able to reach the dream? I kind of feel like with what we've been seeing here, with the limitations and those things, is that we are able to free ourselves up and to actually feel like we don't have to work till we're dead to get our dream that we're wanting to go after. Dreams can come true, and we don't have to exhaust ourselves to get there. So there is this challenging here of, the beliefs around what do you need to do to make your dreams come true, right? I'm liking it. And then your final card here for this reading is going to be from the Journey of Love. And let's take a look here and see what their final message is here for the water area. All right, they do want that one right there. And we have Woman of Light. Look at that beautiful purple. And we're going to put them down here, card 49. Pure is my joy, my celebration. I know the divine to be eternal. There is no limit to my peace, to my pleasure, and as I rise and rise and rise again, capable am I of receiving the light, of accepting the next level of illumination. I am sacred flesh coming to light. I am the walking temple, the living goddess, she who shines with truth. I come to you now. I am one with you now. I am the awakened one and the awakener. This oracle brings you guidance that you are to be witness to the presence of an awakened being, either within your own self as part of your spiritual destiny or in the form of a beloved other. An awakened one is in your midst or soon will be. Receive the blessing that emanates from such a being, for to behold one is a gracious spiritual gift that will lift you to the next step of your path. If you're having trouble discerning the true presence of an awakened teacher in your midst, or even in your own being, remember that nothing is asked from you by such awakened ones, but loving devotion so that they may serve the awakening of all living beings. It requires much karmic grace to be granted immediate access to an awakened being, even more to become such a living light. Take delight. Wow. I really like that here because, it was talking here about the divine being eternal. And it's interesting. That really jumped out to me because, a lot of what exhausts us is that we feel it's like our human side of us, our ego, is all concerned about time. I got to get this. I have to achieve a certain thing by a certain time. And if I don't, failure. But our higher self is like, we're eternal. So there's no rush. We have forever. And that is what also helps bring some relief here with all of this beautiful, beautiful energy, is that why you exhausting yourself? Pace yourself. We have eternity. And I love that. So Aquarius, all my brothers and sisters, and however you may identify Aquarians, I am super excited about this transformation because we know we can work and become exhausted and resentful, but this is a wonderful reminder of how powerful we are. And if we do that release, we can see abundance just transform and change our lives. So I'm excited for you and for me. So this is what Spirit has for you for the month of June. And if you're looking for more messages of love from above, there's a couple things that you can do. First, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. That tells me that you're enjoying these videos, but it also tells YouTube that you are, and they'll bring more similar videos to you. The second thing that you can do is click that subscribe button, and that does give you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there's an option for all when you go into your settings. And if you select that, two things happen. One, you'll be notified right away when I put out new readings. And two, you're also notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. Currently, I go every Wednesday through Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And then also, additionally, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Also, doing all this stuff, it helps spread the Zen love, and you're part of the love tsunami, because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so crazy, giddy, happy, excited, wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you are inspired to do any of those things I mentioned, please know I'm ever so grateful. And these readings are general readings. If you want even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings at a reasonable rate. All that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful soul, as you're going throughout each and every moment of every day of your adventure, please know that every second you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So have an amazing journey. I'm sure we'll be talking soon. In the meantime, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care.